I would like to propose a test for you. The test is the one for someone else's success. How do you deal, how do you feel with the success of other people? There are two ways to deal with this. And you can even divide the world in these two groups of people, these two reactions to someone else's success, which are common to the majority of people. The first reaction is to envy the success of the other, to envy, to feel bad, or to cheer for the failure of the other person. This is one of the reactions. And the other reaction is to admire and study with the interest in learning. Why is this person so successful? And what can I learn from them so that I may become successful too? That's good that this person is successful. It's good that they are good in what they do. They are successful in what they do. I'm happy for them. And is there anything that I can learn with this person to pass to my own life? The first group of people, the group that envy or cheer for the failure of the other person, they think that the world has limited space and anyone who grows up will take their space. Therefore, if my neighbor is growing, he's taking something from me. It's the mentality of this first group. If someone succeeds, so they leave me behind. When I think that the pie has a limited size, so if this slice of someone is bigger, then my one will be smaller. I need to root for the failure of the other one. That my person may be more considerable, that the other one may not have more, and more may be left for us. This is the first group of the envious, of those who cheer against, those who want to see others stumble, of those who climb on the backs of others to prevail over them. The second group has a different mentality. The second group believes that although many things in the world are limited, which is true, but there is an inexhaustible source. There is a greater power than us, which gives us condition to create riches, to create many things that does not exist yet. And we're not only limited by our creativity and willingness to work, to go after what we want. In other words, there is enough for my brother, my neighbor, and for me. We both can be happy, prosper together. I don't need them to be going wrong for me to go well. If he's okay, if they are okay, it will be better, because he will leave me alone, and I don't need to worry about the other person stabbing me in the back. So it's in our interest that our neighbors and friends may be well, even the enemies. Because if someone is going wrong in life, they will try to stab us in the back. So it's a different mentality. And we see in the Bible something, how can I say, have several stories of envy. Envy is mentioned so many times in the Bible. From the beginning, Genesis, we already see that in Isaac's story, when he was in the land of Gerar, when he started to dig wells, when it was needed, people needed water for the flock. for the harvest and etc. And as soon as Isaac arrived in Gerar, in the land of the Philistines, a region that the Philistines also inhabited, and he started to dig wells, and wherever he would dig the wells, he would find waters. And instead of the Philistines being happy about it, saying, "What is your technique? Teach us. We also want to find water. There's water for everyone in this region. Let's move on." Do you know what they did? Do you know what they did? They would bury Isaac's wells. They would bury the wells. Instead of learning how to dig wells, they would bury Isaac's wells. In other words, cheering against them. And their envy made them to become enemies of Isaac because everything Isaac put his hands on prospered. And unfortunately, there are many people like this. Instead of learning from those who are successful, they put stumbling blocks in the way of those who are successful. I don't need to tell you that these people are bitter, unhappy, with a small mindset, people who most probably not even believe in God. Because up until now I have not been speaking about belief in God. Because when you add belief in God, you understand that He is the creator of all things, that He is the inexhaustible source, fountain of everything, wisdom, intelligence, sources. He won't allow anything to be missing for those who are His. He promises our daily bread. It won't go missing, even if we are in the desert. So if you have the mentality of envying the success of others, you are attracting to yourself a grudge, a bad spirit, a spirit of misery. Do you know what the spirit of misery is? It's the one that attracts misery. They retain, they keep everything because they think, this I cannot share it. I need to keep it because tomorrow I may lack. They keep a spirit of misery, their hands tight, and the more they retain, the more they keep. The less they have, the more they lose. The less they earn. Because it's a spirit of misery, of scarcity. But when the person is free, they have the divine spirit within them, which is the spirit of creation and abundance. It's the spirit that trusts in the power of the Creator, so this person does not fear tomorrow. They believe that if they lose today, tomorrow they're gonna earn double. No problem if a door shuts today, tomorrow a better door will open. My friend has a better success than I? Great, I'm happy for him. And is there anything I can learn with him? That I can imitate his success, not imitating due to envy or competition, but due to learning, wanting to be better in everything. So if I can learn, I will learn. This mentality is the one that should be in you if you want to be a successful person. Understand this. How do you deal with someone else's success? How do you feel when you receive the news that somebody is developing, growing, advancing in life? How do you deal with that? The sincere answer to this question will reveal to you why you have success or failure. Because if you are in the first group of those who live under envy and cheer for the failure of someone else, it's because you have a spirit of misery and you attract misery to yourself. You always will be upset with those who are successful. You're always going to feel like the victim and think that you cannot be successful because the other people do not allow you. Here is the answer why you live like this. But if you say, thanks God, I don't have this problem, I feel good, I feel happy when I see someone doing good. and I seek to learn, because if there's for them, there's more for me. I have no problem sharing, I have no problem on losing today, because I believe that tomorrow there will be another better door. I have this trust in God that He will always supply. This Spirit added to your work, without a doubt, because the Spirit alone without work will not be enough. So God will bring abundance as there was to Isaac, Abraham, and all the men of faith that we find in the Holy Scriptures. If you find a bad spirit within yourself, what should you do? Bishop, I feel envy, jealousy towards those who are successful. I play the victim thinking that everybody's against me. I don't have success because I'm the victim, because I'm this and that. What should you do with this spirit? Rip it off from you. You should believe in this. It's a choice. You choose which group you will be in. You can learn how to bury wells or how to dig wells. It's a matter of choice. Learn to dig your own wells with those who are digging and are having success with it. And do not bury other people's wells. This is a decision you can have within you. And when you learn this, you see that you're going to have a lighter, happier life and way more prosperous.
Did you like this? Would you like to hear it again? Listen to it as many times as you need until this content becomes part of you. Don't forget to leave your like, comment, and share. See you next time.